We are live streaming Viking clothing. We'll see if anybody joins. Who's watching? So normally this is where you get the indication where people watch. That is the quality of the picture. You know you got speaker on. What signal have we got in here? It'll be interesting to see when we get back home, or I get back home, to see the quality of this live stream. And yes, I am drinking beer.
So am I, one of my rare pints. Egil will be surprised.
Oh, we've got one person watching now. Hello.
Hello, viewer.
This is a very rare occasion. We're just testing live streaming in our Wetherspoon's pub, where I go every Wednesday.
Vikings in the wild.
Vikings drinking beer. So, you know, let's face it, if a Viking was living today, what would they be doing in society? They would be going to your pub and they would be drinking beer. I think so.
Will there be stuff like doormen and stuff like security guards?
Oh yes, because when you come into a building you have to hand over your weapons because that was a part of the process. And then there'll be somebody who would... There's like a cloakroom, it's a weapons room. You know, your weapons will be stored, you will not be given your weapons, and then you can go to your longhouse and have a feast. Because let's face it, if you're feasting and drinking beer all night and you get in an argument, you do not want to be drawing out your knife, your sacks, or your sword, because you get into a fight and then you got a massive problem. So, we've got a comment here. Celtic God says greetings.
Hello, Celtic gods.
Hello, I'm drinking beer.
Hello, I'm Rick Rickardson. Hello, Bragi. Hello, Thomas.
This is a...
we are. I am.
This is Operation Get Thomas on camera. Hashtag. So, oh yes. So, if you've got any comments, want to know what we're drinking. I'm drinking a nice IPA, and we're going to live stream for about 30 minutes because I've got to get home in 45 minutes, so I need to get the bus. Yeah.
So we wanted to do a bit of a trial run, see how it goes. And
I'm very tempted to get Egil doing this in the future. So
let's sort of see if we can sort of like Wednesday lunchtime Vikings sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. I mean, why not? This is the future of being a YouTuber. I mean, we have a vast audience out there, and we thank you for being there, and we thank you for sharing the content and liking it, and we're going to continue doing so. Because it's a bit strange talking to a camera while you're in a pub while there's people around you. Make sure no one else gets on camera. I'm used to it because I'm used to standing in front of the camera. To me, it's very, very natural. So, do you have any questions? Anything you want to talk about? This is an old bank we're in. It used to be a bank, and now it got turned. And it's been here a long time, hasn't it? Because I used to come here in the 1990s and drink.
It's been a pub for most of my adult life.
Yes, I've been drinking this pub for many years.
That's about 15 years or so. Chug, chug, chug.
So, Celtic God says, talking to a camera is weird, period. At least for me. But the thing is, the more you do that, the more you talk to your camera and get used to being in front of the camera, the more you get used to it, and the more fun you find it. Because it is a fun process, you know. Always take the positive out of any situation and make it fun. And, you know, life's too short not to have a go. So, and we've got a comment here from Egil Thorsson. I've got a reply to you later. All I can say is chug, chug, chug. Cheers, folks. Was hail.
On to the lemonade now.
Oh, yes, good health.
There we are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is my third beer of the day. It's quite strange being on camera in modern clothing. You get to see what I look like. Now, don't track me down in real life.
I'm in modern clothing, 1910.
1910. And yes, we do have permission from the manager to do this. This is awesome.
Thumbs up, standing order.
Yes, we do like the Wetherspoon's pub chain, they are fantastic. And they do serve you very good beer, I can't say that, and food.
I just said that just as one of the managers went past, one of the deputy managers went past serving with another.
I mean, I have three people watching. Well, this is like advertising for Wetherspoon pub chain, you know. Do they have Wetherspoons in America?
I think it's just a British thing.
Yes.
It might just be an English thing.
And do you know where the name Wetherspoon comes from?
No.
Well, JD, I believe, is his favourite drink, the guy who invented the Wetherspoon chain. So, I was reading about this on the website. So, Jack Daniels is his favourite drink. And then the man who was at school who created this pub chain, and it is a very large pub chain in the UK, he was always put down by a teacher. And that teacher was called Mr. Wetherspoon. So he chose Wetherspoon just to, you know, make a point that, yes, I've done something in my life. And he now owns the largest pub chain, I believe, in England.
Yeah, because I think they have there's a brand of very similar restaurants called was it Lloyd's Number One bars?
Yes.
And there's a Lloyd's Number One bar next door called the Thomas Leaper. And
oh yes, Thomas Leaper.
I think he's a famous local historical character.
And you've got just down the road.
I don't know much about him.
Just if you go that way about 100 metres, you've got Jackie Stamps. And I got a very funny story about Jackie Stamps and my father, Magnarsson. So in 1947, Derby County, the football team, won the FA Cup, the Football Association Cup. And my dad was 15 years old. And all the players came back, and my dad wanted the signatures of all the players. And the last one he needed was Jackie Stamp. And then so they went up to Jackie Stamp, who was a famous footballer in the 1940s. And Jackie Stamp turned around and said, "Hey up, youth." I said, "Aren't you a bit too old to be going around collecting signatures?" and he did sign it. And then my dad left that booklet with all the signatures in the attic. It's probably somewhere in Derby still.
There's a pub a bit further down the road, that way down the road, called Jorrocks. I think you've been in.
I've been in recently. It's an Irish pub.
Yeah, it's got quite a bit of history itself, and I think if we can perhaps organise a live stream from there, I think Egil might have a brief story about the skull behind the bar.
Oh yes, the skull behind the bar, yes. And was it in Jorrocks in the basement where they find the Viking shoes? I think it may have been.
Yeah, I think the skull behind the bar might be a woman, and I think Egil might have been the one that basically uncovered the skull. I think I'll let him tell the story.
I hope Ken don't sit down here, he'll be confused. Ken is another man who talks to us in the pub. This is a very nice pub, this is. People are very friendly and the staff are friendly. We do like it. And we've got a couple of comments to go to. One from our very good Viking brother, Eirik. We do love you, Eirik. And he says, "Wassail brothers, good health and enjoy the refreshment." Comment from Celtic God. "I have a challenge going to some females I know where we all tell the same stories. I goddess to see the difference in what people get from them depending on who tells them." Oh yes, Celtic, if you ever want to do a collab with both channels, I'll be very much into that. Recently we've done a collab with Tangi on the channel. You're going to see this weekend. So if you would like to tell a folk tale on the channel, Celtic, and if you would like us to tell you a folk tale for your channel, I would very much like to do that for you.
Yes, no, I think...
For people watching, hello!
Hello everyone. Yeah, because I think that's Tangerine Layla,
yes.
Sleepy Oracle. And I think she, yeah.
That's got to keep my money in.
Thor's hands that I think Egil.
Oh yes, well. we're all brothers of Thor here.
Little replica of a Thor's hammer that might have belonged to.
Hello to Dragler. Hey guys, I'm gonna have a look at I'm gonna have a look at your music at some point soon. And if you say that I can use your music, then I would like to in some of my videos, and we will link you. Yeah?
It's me, Thomas Dale Drauga.
This is a very rare occasion. Thomas is on the camera.
I may see you on the taxidermy whip or Tangerine Layla later.
Yes. You never know. I was going to bring my battery pack, but I forgot. Well, we've got 51% battery, and we've still got about another 20 minutes before I need to go home. So
the charge hasn't gone down very far.
No, I've managed to. The thing about a mobile phone, when you live stream from a mobile phone, it's very good to go to your settings and go to the battery section, and to make sure that nothing's draining your battery. That, first of all, will vastly increase the amount of time you can live stream for. But if you've got a very good battery pack, add that to your mobile and that will keep it going. So, a comment from Dragler, of course you can use it, that's fantastic, we will do. We will promote each other's channels. I love that. YouTube is such a fantastic place, it's a lovely audience, and I do love the people on there. So.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of even now we've got a bit of an international crowd.
Oh, we do have an international crowd.
Because I think Drauga's in Germany.
Yes.
Celtic God is...
American. Midwest American.
Midwest.
Yeah.
And...
Tangi's from... I don't know why, but...
Tangi's from Canada, yeah, Ontario.
Egg always thinks Tangi's from California.
Well, she is quite... she's very flamboyant and artistic.
Yes, well, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Californians are very flamboyant. Yeah. Have you been to California?
I haven't.
No,
I've watched California Caveman.
Oh, right. That came out in about 94, didn't it?
Roughly, and it was very sort of surfer dudes find a caveman, and it's Brandon
Yes,
Fraser.
when I get back,
Fraser,
I will relabel this title, this video. We're not talking about Digging for Britain, even though it is a police series.
Man in Pub talks nonsense about California Caveman.
Yes. Caveman, Captain Caveman. We used to love that TV series.
Captain Caveman!
Yeah. Did it,
Did the Razza Frazza Frazza? No, it's not.
and Catch the Pigeon. We used to love that as well. Oh, Hey Thomas. So Driver says that.
Hello. Yeah, what was it? Apparently Dick Dastardly was based on Terry Thomas, apparently.
Was he?
Yeah.
I know that. So Celtic God says, by the way, in the process of moving, so your gift will be a couple more weeks before I can send it. No, that's fine, that's okay. I was wondering, but I kind of figured that it's been delayed and you're not quite ready to send it. And then I'll start preparing some sewing videos. I promise to do that, I promise. You're witness to that. I think I'm going to start sewing a hat.
I'll come round your house.
Yeah, and then I got an idea for sewing up an Iron Age cloak, because I know you, Celtic, would like me to do that for you. So, any more questions? I think in the future, being in the booth might be better than being so open in public.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's touch open here. And
Yeah, but we never live streamed in a pub before.
Yeah, with being in the booth, might cut a bit more of the background sound out.
Maybe so. Well, I can bring my speaker now. I do think it does work having a speaker to the phone, but I just want to hold my speaker in. I don't like it dangling down.
Yeah.
It's all the perils of live streaming. Oh yes. And we are in the centre of Derby, so you know.
Yes.
It's a very, very old pub. I'll just quickly turn you about. You can have a quick look. You can see how big it is. It's a very big place. There you
go. They even do. That's a couple of menus.
We're back to us again. There you go. That's us again.
You can get food in Derby.
I don't think we
can get food in Derby.
Food in Derby? Oh, we can, yes. Now, I tell you what I've been looking for is a good place in Derby to find pork scratchings. So Celtic God says,
flower pots.
How are you streaming? Been a while since I streamed, but I heard they called the Hangouts method. I do believe there's a new way of a new Hangout thing being developed to replace Hangouts, because they do need to replace it.
That's pretty good, because it was basically a chat line that they were doing for communal lives and stuff as
yes.
well. So if they're retracting the communal lives and only to replace it with something better with that aspect, that's surely all right. But I know it's screwed a load of people up.
If we went straight direct to YouTube to live stream, I can't do that because you now need 1,000 subs. So what I'm using is an app, and it's called Streamlabs, and it's a very, very good app. I don't know it perfectly well, but I'm sure it's got lots of layers and lots of things you can do on a live stream with Streamlabs. But this is how you can bypass YouTube and live stream under 1,000 subs. And I don't know why YouTube had killed that on 1,000 subs not being able to live stream, because to me it doesn't make sense.
I don't know if there was something like a lot of con artist type of people.
Well, maybe so.
Doing weird nonsense. Because I think there was stuff where people would just have live streams running while they were asleep and before the lights out. And stuff that was just
I don't understand
numbers,
that.
And it was just sort of.
I mean, would you like to see a live stream of Egil asleep? I don't recommend it because he can snore for England. Now, I told a story earlier to a friend of mine called Nigel. We was on camp and there was about 40 tents and we all went to bed, we all had too much beer, and Egil was snoring, and he was snoring that loud he woke everybody up, about 40 people. So in the night we decided that, well, the best thing to do is just move the camp 50 metres. So we took about 2 hours and we moved the whole camp 50 metres, and then we left Egil in his own tent alone, snoring. But I'll tell you, we were 50 metres away and we could still hear him snoring, honestly. Woof.
I blame Dan.
Stand up, Stan. Don't blame Dan. Get him in trouble. I have a nephew called Dan. Hello, Dan.
This is a different Dan. Dan is Stan's cousin, and they're both normally up to some funny business. But
oh yeah,
Stan's the worst one.
I mean, I'm not even sure what kind of quality internet they have here. I assume it must be super high speed. Which you do need super high speed to get a good picture on your live stream.
Ow.
Oh yes.
super speed live stream.
Yes, this could be one of those unlisted videos. So any more questions? Oh, Dr. Documentary.
Hello.
Hello, a bit of a weird question, but in your opinion, what is the strongest medieval faction, Vikings, Saxons, etc.? I'll probably say Vikings were stronger because of their way of thinking. And Vikings were very tough. I mean, Saxons were more Christianised. So I think the Viking pagan point of view, that made them stronger. Let's face it, the Saxons didn't travel as far as the Vikings did. Yeah, they came and invaded.
Because I think there are the Normans that might be in that faction as well, but I think they didn't even get as far as the Vikings did.
Oh no, but then again, how can we talk about Vikings and the ability they travelled without talking about the early, Irish monks? Do you imagine getting in a conical boat in an ocean with barely enough supplies to last you a few weeks and hoping that you may land on some land undiscovered? I think you had to be very brave to do that. As a Viking, you had a long ship. It was a weapon, it was a tool, and you had your men with you, and that made you very powerful. And when you had 100 long ships with 100 men in each, well, maybe 50 men in each long ship, that's a lot of men, a lot of power.
Yeah, the Vikings seem to have more sort of like a trader, explorer mindset rather than because the Normans and the Saxons seem to have more of a conqueror.
Yeah,
sort of an invader mindset.
Yeah. And it's also very good to get
Tom's comparison
opinion
between those two sort of mindsets.
So how do you feel now being on camera a little bit?
A bit more confident about it and stuff.
Yeah. It is. It is being on camera is simply doing this. It's just doing that. It's just having that ability to squeeze your two fingers together and give yourself that really massive confident boost. And if you're lacking confidence and positivity in your life, then I do recommend Paul McKenna. If you go on YouTube, he's got a free course on positivity. That really helped me in my life.
Bragi recommended it to me.
Yeah, I just want to help people.
A bit of a look
if I can help people to make themselves better and make the world a better place, and that is what we're about on this channel. It's about being positive and showing love and passion for what we have and the history we love. We love our history, don't we?
Yeah, it's giving someone a hand up doesn't cost much.
No.
Even if it is literally giving someone a hand up.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you needed a £5 and I had £5, I would give you that £5. Money don't mean nothing to me. Friendship is far more valuable in life.
Yeah, it is, and it's
and wise.
It's just a lot more beneficial because people helping people.
Of course so. But we can only make a better world by doing that and by coming together.
It embiggens a community more, even though that's a fake word from the citizens.
Yeah, but if you take the Viking way of thinking, would they live in the world today and live on the planet, or would the Viking culture, the Saxon culture, live with the planet? I'd imagine they live with the planet, not abuse her like we have done.
Yeah, the Vikings seem to have a lot more sort of community-based sort of thinking.
Of course so. Community is very strong in Viking culture.
Give people a hand up if they could. And it's like the whole hospitality thing for travellers. If someone comes knocking on your door, knock, 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 don't fancy walking through the wolf-infested woods during the night, can I stay the night with you? They could just tool up to a complete stranger's house and they'd say, oh, okay, come in.
But we've lost that ability.
A bit of a meal and stuff.
I couldn't go out now and walk up the road and knock on some stranger's door and say, here's £5, will you put me up for the night? That would not happen in today's society, would it?
They'd either ignore you or they'd tell you to shoot you
They'll say,
away.
You're a madman and please go away.
Yeah.
No, somebody knocked on my door and I might be a little bit different. I may not let them in, but I'll say, well, you can camp in the garden, I've got a tent and I'll sort you some food out and cook you a meal. But, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
I'd just like to say welcome to the channel documentary. I've not seen your comment before, so please do consider subscribing. We do intend to keep growing the channel. And I do find it quite amazing that we have like 403 videos already on the channel.
Yeah, that's a lot. Broken the 400 mark.
Oh yes.
That's good, that is.
But we've got a lot coming this weekend to do with 800 subs, so please watch out for that. We've got a folk tale, a bonus one, where me and Egil tell a folk tale about a bear and how the bear kidnaps some Vikings and gets them drunk. I can't say any more on where the original tale comes from, but that will be out. And of course the Tangi collab will be out this weekend.
Yes.
And this weekend we also got Flog 30. Now the main title of Flog 30 will be the Viking Flog 30, episode 30, but it's called Bragi's Bag of Viking Weapons.
Ooh.
It's a large bag of weapons. I've got a few of them, and we'll just talk about weapons for once. You know, we do like weapons on the channel.
Got it at a charity store.
No, I made it out of leather.
Not the whole bag together with the weapons
You know, and if you're into leather craft and you ever need any patterns, I'm more than happy to help with pattern sizes.
Got it from the Salvation Army.
Well, you never know. It's a sack, all right. Yes, one day I will put a handle on that sack. So you can sling it on your shoulder then. Oh yes, the Tangi Club, and she told a very interesting version of the Three Bears. Now on Tuesday we filmed an introduction for that video, so over the next couple of days I'll edit that together and get that out. But we also started filming for a new series in September, and that is called Mystic Monday Mornings or Mystic Mondays. And this is a series where we get a chance to talk about some of the mysteries of the world, from the Loch Ness Monster to, you know, the Slender Man, and some of the aspects which are not so dark agey. So that'll be a 2-day video, because of course in the morning you have the Mystic Monday Morning video, and in the evening you will have the 2-minute history video. So, making Mondays a great again and giving you a good start to the week. I think I like that.
Make Mondays great again. We put that on a t-shirt.
Oh yes, that could be another t-shirt for the future. Another thing I've done recently is I've added a load of affiliation links to the bottom of our videos. I've been kind of work on that. And that's mostly for our equipment, because the equipment we use, whether it's the the Panasonic Lumix G80 or whether it's the mobile phone, we do have a lot of equipment, and actually as a channel you do want to try to fund yourself so you can buy more equipment to make better content. And affiliation is great, and we're going to talk about books in the future, and recommend some books for you guys. You know, we've all got a lot of knowledge. You know, you've got a lot of books, I've got a lot of books, Egil has a lot of books. We've got a lot of books. I've got 5 people watching now, so hello.
I have a feeling, this is from Brauger, I have a feeling that the mystery series will be perfect for me.
Oh yes.
Yes, you see, I think it'll be quite a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're keeping it fun and entertaining. We'll have the introduction by myself, which I try to always make a little bit funny, and then we'll have Egil doing the main bit. You know, on Tuesday when we were filming, he kept forgetting about the main bit and wanted to talk straight away afterwards. And we also filmed these outside. So Martin Brown, hello Martin, #1 fan from Belfast. Hello, I have over 2,000 books. Wow. So I'm always buying books. I bought 2 today. They're in my bag. Up there.
It's nice to finally be on live.
Oh yes.
On Thomas Dale.
Operation Get Thomas on Camera has worked.
You might remember me from such comments as.
Yes. Yes. When are you going to be on camera again?
Hopefully soon.
I do have Viking clothing for you. It will fit you and will make you look very Eastern Viking.
I think now that build up the confidence a little bit, and it's.
Sometimes when I record a folk tale, I'll have to start my beginning again once or twice or 3 times. Or if I make a mistake in the folk tale, I'll do a long pause. So I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. So don't worry about it. Just learn some folk tales. Because you've got a lot of knowledge on history, so you demonstrated here that you can talk about history, not on the spot, so that's great. So come and tell some folk tales, because we would love you to do that, and not me, but you guys would love that as well. So the documentary says if the Vikings and the Romans went to war, who would win? Oh, that's hard on that.
It is.
I would favour the Romans because of the military organisation.
Yeah.
But then, when you look at how the Roman Empire ended, with the barbarians coming down south and invading Rome, could the Romans have actually coped with a Viking, line of warriors? But I don't know. It'll be very interesting.
And there's Yeah, there's the whole Roman soldiers were more famed for being armoured.
Of course.
So they're more defensive compared to...
But from a 19th century point of view, I think the Romans were far more militarised and more organised.
Yeah, they were
that
an
makes
actual
them
army.
stronger.
Right, yeah, they were an actual army rather than Vikings were sort of huge bands
But
of pirates.
it depends on
sort
where
of.
the battle is. If the Vikings had the higher ground, they naturally had the advantage. So I think it'll be very close. I think it'll be a 50-50.
Yes, and what was it?
Martin Brown.
Yes, the Belfast Viking Martin Brown. He's got two comments. One of them elaborates.
Yes, oops, it went all fully on my side. Now that could be down to this.
That is
Right.
We're not a million miles away.
No.
So, but yes,
But we'll be ending this in about 5 minutes because I got to drink my beer and I got to get home in 15 minutes. Or 20 minutes. So I couldn't walk it in 20 minutes. I
get
couldn't.
the longboat out.
Well, I don't like rowing.
We've got a river, but it doesn't go anywhere near your house.
But we are getting a river boat soon.
Oh,
So in theory, you better jump on a boat in Alistair and get down to Derby. But another thing I want to mention to you, Martin, is the fact that Derby is very soon getting the biggest European Eastern market. Getting a large warehouse, and it's going to be the largest in the country. So I do agree with you, Romans would win, I think. But it depends on the battlefield. If the Vikings had a better advantage, then it will be very, very close to fall. I don't know, I wonder if any games on PC versus Vikings versus Romans.
I'm not sure. I think there was a like historical generals television, and they recreated historical battles. And they did like a computer simulation of the whole battlefield.
And I do have Roman versus Viking down as a video idea, because when Tirkir left, he left behind his Roman kit. So I do have a plate of Roman armour, although I do not think it will fit me. Video. But another thing I mention is that the other day I was phoned up by my mate Jamie, and next year in Derby he's starting a medieval retinue, and he has asked us to get involved doing some filming, so you may be seeing us also doing some much later medieval period stuff as well, which I think will be interesting for the channel.
Do that again.
So
Silence.
So who would win, a Viking or a shark?
Viking versus shark.
What about Viking?
Depending how big of the
tornadoes?
axe. Viking versus Jaws. That's the movie they never made.
It's like Sharknado or something. It's just, yeah.
You know, but did Vikings eat a shark? I don't know. I mean, they were big into fishing.
On a voyage across to
I've had
Greenland
swordfish.
or Iceland or Vinland, might they have caught a couple?
So
on the voyage
Martin Brown, the Belfast Viking, Martin Brown. I like to call him now the #1 fan from Belfast. It's just a name I've given you.
Northworthy Sagas, big in Ireland.
Yes, well we are. We love Ireland, the Emerald Island. It's weird that we've got no emeralds. Why do we call it the Emerald Island when there's no emeralds? Oh, the other day we did record 2 Irish stories. One of them was called The Children of Lear, and the other was called St. Columbus, or St. Columbo. But I kept getting him mixed up with Columbo on TV. I said to Egil, did he wear a Big Mac and go around investigating murders?
One more thing.
Yes,
You remembered.
yes, so Martin says they ate shark. I wonder what shark is like.
Basking shark type of things coming quite close.
I know recently
close to
in the
shore.
paper there's been a case about a Chinese man in Derby who was caught illegally crayfishing. So we do get crayfish in the river. If you ever watch Aquachiga's channel, he calls them claw daddies. I like that name. And yeah.
Snippy, snippy, snip, snip, snip.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know why. It's just
That just reminds me of Deep
appropriate.
Digger Dan, that does. Yeah, it's a very good channel, Aquachiga. We are going to do a video soon recommending some of our favourite channels. It's been in the pipeline, I just not got onto it. Of course, we won't be recommending Mika History.
Yes.
Rest in peace there, Mika History. And do come
Rest
back.
in peace.
So I think we're going to end this now because I do have to drink my beer soon, and I do have to head back. So I've got about 5 minutes to get going. Get the bus. So goodbye, folks.
Cheers.
I will publish this later on as a bonus video. And don't forget, leave a comment, and if you are new, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again. Perhaps next time we'll get Egil and Thomas on camera in the pub. Oh yes, I will buy the beer.